Your first a question and a follow-up, if you would like. Okay? A question and a follow-up.
Oh my
You
God,
are live.
I'm spoiled tonight.
Go ahead.
I'm spoiled. I'm spoiled tonight. Look, Andrey. First of all, congratulations. You probably were a little bit worried at the end when you were, I don't know, if cramping or problem with the shoulders. I have no idea. But when you saw Rublev losing the first set and angry, did you say to yourself, "Oh, thanks God, it's like when we were kids. He hasn't changed"?
No, not at all. Because the thing is that if when we were kids we could actually go crazy, and because of this loser match, it was not the case here. The guy straight from the first point of the second set was there to fight, and I wish, but right now it's not that easy because we're at a different level.
Okay. And what is your physical problem if you had one? Are you worried about it, or you're not going to tell us because you keep it secret?
No, everything is quite fine. I just got a little bit tired at the end of the third set with a really physical match that we had. So my shoulder started to hurt just a little. And in order not to finish the third set, imagine I would serve one serve and I don't know, just pull my shoulder. I called the physio, so he took care of it. And I was cramping a little bit, so he also masked me, and it helped a lot. As you saw at the end, I was able to be 100%.
Thank you, Ubaldo. Let us go to Ava from the Washington Post. Ava, you can ask a question and a follow-up if you'd be so kind. You're live.
Hi, Daniil. Congratulations. You've spoken so much this week about how you take every match by match. But I'm just wondering, when you see the tournament favorite Djokovic go out, do you even for a second think, oh my goodness, this is such a huge opportunity now? Or do you have to kind of actively push those thoughts out of your head?
No, to be honest with you, I said it already that the problem is that Djokovic was not in my half even. So in order to meet him, I would need to be in the final. So if I'm going to be in the final and then, of course, there is no Djokovic, maybe I'm going to say to myself, yeah, this is an opportunity here, like maybe bigger than if I would face Djokovic. Right now, I still have a semis to play with no Djokovic in that side of the draw. So that's how I think pragmatically, and that's how I take it.
Were you always good at focusing like that, just keeping the match in front of you, or was that something you've had to work on in your career?
Not sure I was good at it when I was a junior or maybe just coming to pros, but that's something I realized works for me. And before, maybe as I say, playing juniors, I could watch, okay, I'm going to play him in the semis if I get there. For example, talking about this US Open, I just watched the first 2 rounds when I saw the draw. Then accidentally somebody told me who I'm going to face in third round, something like this. And it's not a superstition. I don't care if they... everywhere on Instagram you will see that, okay, Medvedev is the part of the Thiem and not Djokovic. So I don't care to know it. But as you say, I take it match by match because, I need to prepare my next opponent. I need to win this match in order to prepare the next one. And I'm not going to think... okay, I'm going to play a lefty in the 4th round. Maybe I have to practice with a lefty today, if I play a righty tomorrow.
Okay. Thank you, Ava. Let's go to Ben from the New York Times. Ben, you are live.
Hi, Daniil.
Hi.
I wanted to ask, you were speaking during the Cincinnati tournament about the challenge of playing best of 5 for people after not having much preparation in terms of matches. How are you holding up for that? There hasn't been very many retirements or walkovers we've seen in the draw, but how are you holding up physically, and how do you think everyone is doing with this challenge?
Yeah, to be honest, I'm surprised by the guys that there are many 5-set matches. Of course, I don't know how they feel after, if they feel better than before or not. But I think there are great tennis matches, actually, great quality 5-set matches. Everybody fighting till the end. Fortunately, I was able to close all my matches in 3, which helps a lot, in the long term of the tournament. So I'm happy about it, and that's why physically I'm quite good.
And then if you can talk about each of your possible next 2 opponents, Demonar and Thiem, what each of them represent, and also just if you're feeling like physically you'll be good to go for the rest of this tournament, if you have to play 5 even.
Yeah, physically I feel good. I think I'm able, especially the more matches you play, the more it helps to get into it, to get back to feeling it. So I think I'm 100% ready. Thiem and Dominar, I think, kind of different type of players. Thiem really aggressive, tries to take everything with his forehand, goes for it, so doesn't ask questions, you know. Dominar can play both, like he can be really close to the line and sometimes go really defensive, as we know he's one of the fastest players on tour. So as I say, I need to see who wins to discuss with my coach. Okay, what do we do for the next match?
Thank you. Let's go to Chris from usopen.org. Chris, you are live.
Hey, Daniil. Congratulations. Nice
Thanks.
work today. Questions about Dominic, in case he's the one you face. I'm just curious what you felt about your 3 previous matches with him. The first 2 didn't go your way. You took it to him on the hard courts last year. Maybe you can talk a little bit about what it's like facing the heaviness of his forehand, and that's something that a lot of players have difficulty facing.
Yeah, Dominic is a tough opponent to play, especially, of course, on clay, and I got to feel it last year in the final of Barcelona. On hard, it's I think a little bit easier, but in a way, when I say easier, he just made a final of Australian Open. But for me, it will be easier to play him on hard courts and clay courts. Yeah, I mean, he tries to turn around with the forehand and just go for it. So I think there is not much you can do than just to try to actually face it and see what you can do with it. So yeah, you can only do it during the match.
Yeah.
Thank you, Chris.
Thanks.
Let's go to Howard from Associated Press. Howard, you are live.
Hi, Daniil. When you're having this kind of success on your serve, is there something in particular that's working well for you? And do you sort of have a feeling like you're almost invincible when you're serving, and that frees you up even more for your return games?
Yeah, of course. I mean, serve is so important in tennis, and when you serve like I did today, it helps a lot. You just know it that like this, you can focus more on your return games without having to face a break point during all the match. And yeah, I was really happy with my serve when it went in. The percentage can always be higher. I think it was like 59, which I think we say that usually the very good percentage is like 70%, but it was enough today, and I was really happy when it went in. It was going in the corners. I mean, it's just a feeling. Sometimes you have it, sometimes you don't.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Let's go to Craig from Crosscourt. Craig, you are live.
Daniil, about today's match, what satisfied you the most? What were you the most pleased with? And if you had to make any adjustments, what part of your game would you feel you needed to adjust?
Actually, I'm satisfied with everything today. I think it was a really high-quality match. I started, as I always do, trying to see what he does a little bit defensively. Then during the match, I felt that I need to change it because he was actually better than me in defense today, and he was controlling the pace of the rally. So when we were playing slow, so I needed to put it up, and it worked a lot. I was making a lot of winners. I saw after the match that actually, which is I think amazing when we play with Rublev, that I had more winners than him. It's something unbelievable for me. But it shows that I was able to really adjust my game during the match and do it in the right way.
And just also looking ahead, I know you've touched on this a little while ago, but I know he's not the favorite for the match, but let's say Alex gets through and you're playing him, and being an Australian, we need to know what specifics do you need to do if you're playing Dimino, knowing obviously we all know how fast he is on the court.
Yeah, as you say, I mean, we don't know the result of the match yet, so they both can win. There is no doubt about it. And when you're a tennis player, you never say that, okay, he's going to win for sure. Just wait for the result of the match. I mean, yeah, he's really fast, so anyway, no matter how fast it is, you need to put the ball either through them or make him miss. That's how you win a tennis point. There is no other way. So, what can I say? I'm just going to try to play good and to make some winners and to make him miss. I cannot say anything else.
Thank you, Craig. Let's go to Andrew from the ATP Tour. Andrew, you are live.
Hey, Daniil, congrats. Just going back to your serve a little bit, you've served well for quite a while. I remember the Tokyo match against Kei, so on and so forth. The commentators today were talking about your toss a little bit and how maybe you don't give your slice toss away as much. They were showing like diagrams. Is that true that you've worked on your toss? And if so, how important is that?
Actually, I mean, we didn't work it like precisely the toss, but that's something that when I was a junior, I was tossing too much in front and too low for my size. So of course, every time we work on my serve with my coach, every serve you do, he tries to adjust, you know, like maybe this one push more with the legs, this one toss higher. And that's how, I mean, practice makes you better. So of course, during the match, I don't think at all about the toss. I just think, okay, where I serve, and I just go for it. So it's more during practice, and as I say, not specifically the toss, but everything together.
Sure. And just going off of that, when you're serving, is your goal to give yourself a better position in the point, or what's your sort of, how does the serve play a role in your game, do you think?
No, for me, the best way is to hit an ace, but of course you will not do it all the time. So yeah, it's really important to, even if you don't make an ace, to give yourself position to be in hold of the point, because that's what serve stays for. And even second serve, you don't want to be under pressure all the time. And that's, for example, the toughest challenge against guys like Roger and Novak, because no matter how you serve your second serve, they're going to pressure you, and you feel tough about it. So that's what everybody is trying to do, you know, try to get advantage with the serve.
Thank you, Andrew. Jeff from Newsday, you are live.
Daniil, with nobody to boo you and nobody to cheer you on, is it more or less difficult to play in these conditions without spectators?
I think it's just different. It's not that it's more easy, it's easier or more difficult, but for sure it's always disappointing for us tennis players to play without the fans. And actually now we can feel it even more when we have the chance to feel it. And I said it many times, I'm really disappointed that there is no crowd in New York this year, because I hope I would get some love starting from the first day.
Thank you.
Thank you, Jeff. And we have time for one follow-up. Howard from AP, we have time for one follow-up. Thank you. You're live.
Daniil, I want to ask you about heading into the last few days of a Grand Slam tournament, and if your mindset is any different this year than a year ago going into the semifinals, because now you've at least experienced a semifinal and a final here.
To be honest, not at all, because my mindset is always I'm getting prepared to the match and I want to win it. That's the most important. You prepare for the match, you want to win it, and then you see how it goes. Of course, experience plays a big role, and the fact that I was already one time in US Open semifinal helps a lot. Same court, same conditions, no crowd, and I think it will help me a little bit, yeah.
And Ubaldo, one quick follow-up, short and sweet, please. You are live.
I try to be sweet. Is it true that the only thing you're jealous of, Rublev, are his haircut?
Me? Not at all. I like my hair. Yeah. But he has good hair. That's all I can say. But yeah, everybody is different, so I'm happy with mine too. But he has a good haircut, yeah.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you.
Thank you, Daniil. Congratulations on a great tournament. See you again. Thank you.